What's up, everybody? Welcome back to racingnews.com and welcome back to our Kentucky Derby coverage. All right, let's look at Tiztastic in this video here as we go through some of the top 20 2025 Kentucky Derby contenders, if I could speak correctly. All right, let's get to it. Tiztastic, like I said, this one is going to have a little bit different of a resume versus anybody else you're going to look at here. 3 starts this year with 1 win and a third, 8 starts overall in his career with 3 firsts, 1 second, and 2 thirds. See, the earnings there are pretty high, almost 1.6 million. Now you go down to the results that have happened here. It's a weird group, right? It's a weird resume, I should say. 5th in a maiden special weight at Saratoga, and then a 1 in allowance race on the turf at Kentucky Downs. Wheeled right back on very short rest and won the Kentucky Downs Juvenile Mile as well. So pretty crazy to get those 2 races on the resume at turf and then go to the dirt for the next 5 starts in Kentucky Derby prep races. 2nd in the Street Sense Stakes behind Sovereignty. 3rd here in the Kentucky Jockey Club. 3rd in the Southwest Stakes. 5th in the Rebel. And then last time out winning the Louisiana Derby. So you see a form here on the dirt that even though he was losing some of these races, is still running well and running decent behind decent horses, I would say. Last time out, though, stretching out to a mile and 3/16, I thought the horse ran his best race by far. And I think that's kind of the positives when we look at what he's done here. You know, stretched out in distance for the first time, going longer than a mile and an eighth, I should say. Well, a mile and 16th, actually, and looked really, really good. Maybe the horse didn't love Oaklawn Park. I thought his 2 races at Oaklawn, the Rebel, and the Southwest, those were the weakest of the 2, or of the 8, I should say. His other one's not so bad. I mean, the Street Sense and the Kentucky Jockey Club, he was competitive in those races to a certain extent. You know, and again, got beat by horses that were pretty decent in those starts. So, again, stretching out, getting away from Oaklawn, I think it helps. Also, you know, horses with turf kind of success have had some success on the dirt as well at Churchill Downs, I should say, for some reason. It plays decent to horses with kind of turf form. So, not the worst thing in the world either as far as that goes. So, you know, like I said, you're not going to see a resume like this too much. Has 1 win on the dirt and did come in the Louisiana Derby. It's just kind of weird to say that. But anyway, we'll come up here to the pedigree now. Tiz the Law, the sire out of a Tappet mare. Obviously, you know, you could see why. Hey, when he stretched out, he ran better. So I think he's going to be just fine as far as distance is concerned. This one has unfortunately, the Belmont is not a mile and a half this year, but you wouldn't be surprised this horse like to go a mile and a half based on this pedigree here with Tiztastic. But again, mile and a quarter this year being at Saratoga. So, you know, that's a huge positive. We talked about the race resume as far as a positive goes. Now, obviously, when you look towards the negatives, you do look and say, boy, he's been defeated by several horses that he's running against in the Kentucky Derby. And that's going to be a problem. Also, I do think he is going to be pace dependent. If the pace does not materialize in the Kentucky Derby, I think this horse is in trouble. But if it does, I do think, you know, he's going to be one of the ones that are running pretty hard down the lane. He also kind of showed he could kind of weave in and out in traffic in the last race there, the Louisiana Derby. So that's good to show as well. But yeah, you look at it, look, 5th in the Rebel, not great. You know, 3rd in the Southwest, you know, not getting beat by like just absolute world beating horses and getting beat pretty decisively in those races. It's not good, right? That's not the greatest sign. So, I'm going to have to hope that the distance moves the horse up even more, stretches out to another 16th past that mile and 3/16 he ran in Louisiana Derby. So you're going to have to hope that helps, and you're going to have to get a little bit of a pace set up as well. So that's going to be the 2 big keys when you're looking at Tiztastic. So as far as my overall verdict, analysis, what have you, I really believe this horse is going to run well. He's one of my long shots. I'm not going to say, hey, he's officially my long shot pick, but he's one right now that I'm really looking at of like, hey, he gets a good post. I look at that pace setup and go, you know what? I think it's going to be fast. I lean to him. I think he makes sense. I think he's going to be forgotten about. I think he's as good as most of the closers in the race. I think he showed that he can kind of like I said in Louisiana Derby, he can kind of weave in and out of traffic and keep running. Yeah, he's going to be one that I'm really looking for as a long shot. I think he's going to kind of be forgotten because it's been a while. You know, that was March 22nd when they ran the Louisiana Derby and all those other preps happened. That recency bias is going to be there. And look, Asmussen has never won this thing. but he's been close a time or two, more times than he would want to admit. I think this horse comes in under the radar and comes in with a little bit of a shot. So that's how I feel about Tiztastic. All right, guys, that'll do it for this video. Make sure to hit that like button if you liked it, subscribe. You really like it. Want to get alert anytime we do videos like this. And most importantly, stay tuned to the site for more Kentucky Derby updates.